Hey everyone, this is Dawn. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm glad you're here. Today I'm going to show you how to make a card using some of the supplies from the National Stamping Month kit called Card Creativity. All right, so I'm going to use Hello Fabulous, and I'm also going to use the foryou thin cut set along with the Circle Lattice background thin cut and stencil. And I'm going to create a card using Distress Oxide inks. All right, so I'm going to start out with some White Daisy, and I've loaded some of these stamps from Hello Fabulous, the florals, on blocks, and I'm going to stamp out a bunch of flowers and leaves using Distress Oxide ink. Yes, you can stamp with the oxide ink, not just blend. So just be careful because it does smear pretty easily, so you have to make sure that it has a couple minutes to set up and dry, and you can always hit it with a heat tool to make sure it's set. Okay, so I'm going to stamp in Saltwater Taffy and Villainous Potion, and then this other one in Scattered Straw. So I have some flowers, and then the leaves. I wasn't sure what color I wanted to use, so I'm going to start with Rustic Wilderness. Stamp a couple of those. And then I'll stamp one in Salvaged Patina and Peacock Feathers. I'm just kind of playing around, experimenting. That's in Salvaged Patina and then Peacock Feathers. Okay. And then off camera, I'm going to die cut everything. All right, so I'm going to use the coordinating dies for all of these stamps. And then this Circle Lattice, I'm going to die cut that in White Daisy. And then I've cut out the words thank you in black cardstock, and I've done that 3 times and layered them. All right, so now I'm going to show you how to use this stencil. So I like to line up the die cut with the stencil to make sure that the openings match. And then once I have it set, I'm going to secure it with masking tape. This is the Close to My Heart masking tape. You can use a purple tape, whatever works for you. Making sure everything's lined up correctly before I start to add color. Okay, so I'm going to use Uncharted Mariner and a detail blending brush, and I'm just going to fill in each of these openings. You can use multiple colors in the openings. You can do some other kinds of color blending, but I'm just going to put down a nice even layer of Uncharted Mariner. And then I'm going to remove my stencil. And now this part is key. Make sure you clean off your stencil, okay? Because you're going to have to flip it over, and you don't want any extra ink to transfer onto your panel there. So make sure you clean off really well. And then I'm going to bring the panel back in, and then I'm going to flip the stencil over. All right, so we're going to get the other side of those openings. And again, I'm going to line it up with my die cut piece and then tape it down. I want to make sure those openings are going to line up once I add that White Daisy cut piece on top of it. Okay, so I'm going to bring in Peacock Feathers and color in those other openings. So I sped this up super fast. And again, you can choose whatever colors you like. And then the reveal. Ta-da! Okay, now we can start building our card. I'm going to bring in an A2 card base. This is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And instead of turning over that panel, I am putting adhesive on the card base. I don't want that panel to smear, so this is an easy way of doing that without risking it smearing. And then I'm going to add that die cut piece on top of it. I'm just going to use some glue in all those little openings and add that right on top. Okay. And then we can start building our card. So I'm just going to lay everything out on my card front. I'm just adding my sentiment first, and then I'll add the floral cluster around that. I'm just deciding which pieces I like and the position of everything. Pretty simple floral cluster there. Okay, so I'll just glue down my sentiment real quick. I'll skip ahead in a second. I'm just gluing. It's pretty simple. I'll add the U and then the flowers. I'm going to start by gluing the leaves down, and then I'll pop each of these flowers. I'm going to use some thin foam tape, and I'm just going to leave everything in the video just so you can see how it all comes together. Just layer things in, and then I'll slide that yellow flower underneath there. And then for the last step, I'm going to use some of this Spectrum Noir metallic paint marker. This one is in gold. And I'm just going to dot the center of each of those flowers with the paint marker. It has a little bit of dimension, just a teensy bit, and it dries quickly, which is a great advantage. And there's my finished card. So all these supplies are currently available in my online store. The Card Creativity Special is available until the end of October. I'll make a list with links in the description below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. And then you'll be able to find all of my videos. And I have quite a few in the library there. And thanks for watching.